prahanarayujaha. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Itidam kirtani yasya keshavasya mahatmanaha. Namnam sahasram divyanam asheshena prakirtitam. Yaidam shrunuyam nitya yaschapi parikirtayet. Na shubham prapnuyat kinchit somutreha cha manavaha. Vedanta go brahmanasya kshatriyo vijayi bhavet. Vaishyo dhana samriddhasya chudra sukhamavapnuyat. Dharmarti prapnuyat dharmamaktarti chartamavapnuyat. Kamanavapnuyat kami prajarti prapnuyat prajaha. Bhaktiman yasadotaya suchistadgatamanasaha. Sahasram vasudevasya namnam etat prakirtayet. Yashat prapnoti vipulam jnati pradhanyamevacha. Achalam shriyamapnoti shreya prapnotyanuttamam. Nabhayam kvachidapnoti viryam tejascha vindati. Bhavatya rogo dyutiman balarupa gunanvitaha. Rogarto muchyate rogad bandho muchyate bandhanat. Bhayam muchyate bhitastu muchyeta panna apadaha. Durgam yatitaratyashu purusha purushottamam. Stuvan nama sahasrena nityam bhakti samanvitaha. Vasudeva shrayo martyo vasudeva parayanaha. Sarva papa vishuddhatma yati brahma sanatanam. Na vasudeva bhaktanam ashubham vidyate kvachit. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi bhayam naivopajayate. Imam stava madhiyana shraddha bhakti samanvitaha. Yujyetatma sukhakshanti shri dhriti smriti kirtibhihi. Na krodham na chamacharyam na lobho na shubhamatihi. Bhavanti krita punyanam bhaktanam purushottame. Jausa chandrarka nakshatrak hamdisho bhurmahodadihi. Vasudevasya viryena vidritani manatmanaha. Nasvachura sangar sayaksho ragarakshasam. Jagadvashe vartatedam Krishnasya sacharacharam. Indriyani mano buddhi sattvam tejo balam dhritihi. Vasudevatmakan yahuhu kshetram kshetrajna evacha. Sarvagamana machara pratamam parikalpate. Achara prabhavo dharmo dharmasya prabhurachyutaha. Rishaya pitaro deva mahabhutani dhatavaha. Jangama jangamam bhedam jagannarayanodbhavam. Yogo jnanam tata sankyam vidya shilpadi karmacha. Veda shastrani vijnanam etat sarvam janardanat. Eko vishnur mahadbhutam pritag bhutanyanekashaha. Trilokan vyapya bhutatma bhunte vishvabhugavyayaha. imam stavam bhagavato vishnor-vyasena kirtitam patedya iche purusha shreya praptum sukhani cha vishveshvaramajam devam jagata prabhavapyayam bhajanti ye pushkaraksham nateyamti parabhavam. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. So nice. And fix up the fire a little bit. Yeah. We lost the gas heater, so try to keep it a little bit warm. So, any questions about anything that we were talking about tonight? Give him that.
Question from Tiago. Just thinking about the situation of the people in US, wouldn't it be better to make plans for the communities outside the US?
Well, that's exactly what we're doing. We're planning on going to India. And the reason is that the US is not set up for a subsistence economy. The U.S. has outsourced all of its manufacturing, most of its food production, almost all of its skilled labor. And then there's the housing bubble, and there was the dot-com bubble, and this bubble and that bubble. And when these bubbles all pop, well, we'll get to that. These bubbles break, they don't have a safety net to fall back on. They are totally committed to the corporate economy. When the corporate economy fails, they're going to be really out to lunch. Like here in Chile, one of the reasons we're attracted to this area is that there are still people with horses and oxen trained up to plow. In fact, they use them to plow here more than they use tractors. It's very rare that you'll see a tractor. I think we've only seen one the whole time we've been here. But we've seen quite a few teams of oxen out working the land. People have horses. There's quite a few horses around here. And this is a comparatively built-up area. If you go really out in the boonies, then people do everything with animals. And the soil here is very fertile. There's plenty of water. Where you can actually grow stuff here and survive. This is a very desirable area if you want to survive. But you try growing a survival garden in a place that's been totally polluted and messed over and paved over, and all the best land in the U.S. has been paved over and made into cities and towns. So there's going to have to be quite a bit of deconstruction before you can create a sustainable society in the U.S. Tiago's right. And we're going to discuss this when we have our meetings in New Jersey. We want to discuss it actually in some detail. How to make a self-sufficient community, or even a self-reliant community in the U.S. with its own internal economy and so on, would be very, very difficult and very expensive. Whereas you could do it in a country like India for 1/10 of the investment that you would have to make in the U.S. Because of all these bubbles, the prices are completely unrealistic. Of course, that is going to change somewhat, but still, it has a long ways to go before it's going to be commensurate with countries like Chile or India, or the cheaper countries, especially Latin America and like that. I really don't see, unless you already own a big piece of land, how you can even survive in the U.S. The U.S. is going to be torn apart by internal strife. It's going to be very bad. So we're headed to India. That's it? Oh, where's the drum? Take the harmonium. Oh, one more question. Ha ha, they came up with a question. So you get the drum and you start tuning it up. Oh man, this was too near the fire.
Melissa asks, what about Canada?
Canada's in better shape, I guess. The economy isn't quite so blown out. The crash will be slower and softer in Canada, but it's still going to happen. You need to have assets that you can use to become sustainable. You know, you need to